So I have here with me today a special guest. I wanted to have Abby Faulk, Miss Tri-Cities, join me here in Orlando, Florida, while we are at the Miss America competition week. Last night we had teen finals. Tonight we have Miss finals, and you have been here for the better part of the week and been able to do some fun stuff as well as attend a night of competition now. You've also done some other things that we'll talk about. But before we get into all of that, I would love to have you just introduce yourself, share a little bit about your pageant journey.
Ooh, okay. So, hi everybody, I'm Abby. I was crowned Miss Tri-Cities this July, and I actually started my pageant Miss America journey in the Miss Tri-Cities organization when I was 16. I'm 23 years old now, so it's almost been a full 8-year journey, and I'm just completely honored to be able to represent my hometown of Tri-Cities at Miss Washington and hopefully at Miss America someday.
Right on. So you were 16 when you started, which means that you had the opportunity to compete at the teen level. Yes.
Yeah.
And so tell me how that was for you and how you think it's different to go from competing as a teen to competing as a miss.
I think the teen program does not get enough praise for how it truly brings women up to prepare them for the Miss portion. I literally went from competing at Miss Washington's teen to being in my first Miss Local when I was 17, like a couple months later. And I don't think I would have been prepared for that Miss Local if I hadn't had that state teen experience.
Yes.
Because they really do help you to figure out what your goals are and really find that maturity regardless of your age. And so I have so much love and respect for the teen program, and I just love the teens.
Okay, then we have to react off of that and hear from you what you thought about last night's competition. The teen competition, spectacular theater, gorgeous venue.
Oh my gosh.
Intimate venue, only 2,700 seats in this theater. Tell me what you thought when you walked in, saw it all, having been on the state stage as a teen. What do you think it would have been like last night to be on that stage as a teen? And what did you think of all of those gorgeous young women out there last night?
I think I would have had a whirlwind of emotions just seeing that incredible stage, the production, the runway. Yes. I have really missed having a runway back for Miss America, and I'm so glad that we're in Orlando now where we have this opportunity.
Yeah.
And I just can't imagine what the teens were going through, you know, just realizing, oh my gosh, I'm here, I'm competing at Miss America's teen. This is literally the Super Bowl of pageants. And it's just incredible to witness that in person.
And seeing what a difference a year makes, right? Because Morgan Greco was a Miss America's teen this year, but she was our girl. She was our Miss Washington's teen and took the title last year. And then this year we got to be here to support Emily, and she looked radiant last night on stage and just having a great time. But it's exhausting, right? I mean, it is a lengthy ordeal for these women. And nothing can really prepare you for it. And even as an audience member, I know I walked in last night, I saw the theater, I saw the stage. We've got a Prodigy playing the Kawai piano, center stage, is beautifully lit. And I teared up immediately. I got emotional. I haven't been to the teen competition since Nicole Renard competed, and I was her director. And then I haven't been to Miss America since Raina Allman Griffin competed. Competed at Miss Washington or Miss America. And so just to be back is so much fun for me.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, you mentioned that you've had a few years of competition.
Yep.
Do you know how much scholarship you've earned?
Yes. So I've actually earned over $27,000 in scholarships.
Yeah.
And more than half of that is due to Miss Tri-Cities. Our local pageant is one of the largest scholarship fundraising pageants in actually the U.S.
is one of the best.
She is amazing. The way that she, cultivates those sponsorships and partnerships, and it's really important to me to continue those relationships for all the Miss Tri-Cities to come. The winner of Miss Tri-Cities gets $10,000, sometimes $12,000. So that is just an amazing blessing.
Big money.
I am almost completely debt free with 2 of my college degrees. So, the future is looking really bright.
Okay, what are your degrees in?
So I have a bachelor's in fashion merchandising and a bachelor's in dance.
Okay. All right. And what are you doing now?
So right now I am a merchandise coordinator for Marshalls, and I am planning on getting my master's in digital marketing. So I would love to work with fashion brands and help them with their social media exposure. And I just love being a part of that sort of brand atmosphere.
Yes, and I must say, kudos to you. You are a social media monster.
Oh,
I mean, you are doing a stellar job of putting all of your information out there. We get to take a walk through Abby's year, through Miss Tri-Cities year. We get to live the experience with you. You do a stellar job on your social media. And actually, we were just at, my husband and I were at the Breakfast of Champions this morning for the Miss America opportunity. And one of the things that the CEO, Robin Fleming, is really pushing is for the women to be very active on their social media accounts. And so this morning they were actually awarding to local programs and state organizations, recognizing them in front of the entire congregation of the Miss America family for their social media efforts. And so really, the effort that you're making, I think could get Tri-Cities a nod. And it's nominated by the delegations, by the big pageant family, you know, for who's really doing great things out there. And so I just wanted to acknowledge you for that. If you're not already following Miss Tri-Cities, do so on her social media platforms. You're just doing a great job, Abby. I just wanted to mention that. So tell me, this year, why did you decide to come and watch Miss America? You've had the opportunity before.
Yes.
Right. Obviously, we've been in the system for a minute, but why this year?
So I want to treat this year like if it were my last year to compete. This is truly the best year for me to be Miss Washington. And I think by being here at Miss America, it helps me truly visualize myself on that stage, and with this opportunity, just connecting with people from all over the US. And I want to give myself all the opportunities possible to put myself in the best position to hopefully take that title this year.
Yes, there's so much wisdom in that, because I really believe there's so much you can learn from observation.
Absolutely.
Just coming and seeing what it's like. And so have you had an opportunity to bump into any contestants?
I have.
Yeah.
I've seen quite a few state title holders, and I've also been able to run into some local title holders that I've been following on social media for a couple years.
Okay.
And with my TikTok, I have a TikTok called Abby's Road to Miss America. I started it in 2022, and I've been able to help women all over the country start their Miss America journey.
Love it.
Just talking about Miss America and what it can do to really, level up your life. And with life skills, it's not just a crown. It's literally everything you could possibly learn about success and presence. And, I've landed so many jobs because of the interview skills I've learned, and I have friends for life now because of this program.
Yes, yes. I think it's really important that we point out that the effort that we go through to prepare to compete at the local, the state, and then the national level, when you get to the national level, there are so many women who could do the job, right?
Yes.
I mean, we were just talking before we turned on the cameras. Last night watching on stage, they call an 11 out because they've got the top 10 plus People's Choice, and you're watching these women come out on stage, and you don't know.
Yeah,
you're thinking
all
it could
phenomenal.
Be any of them, right?
That
and
top 11 was
you
amazing.
You pick your favorite, maybe, and then maybe they advance to the 5, maybe they don't. And you're still thinking like it could be any of them. And then they call a winner, and it's incredible to see it all come together. And she'll have a great year. Our new Miss North Carolina's teen was our winner last night. Yeah. Lovely young lady. She spoke this morning at the breakfast, her first official duties. It was really fun to see her there, and supporting all of the local and state organizations and the volunteers. There were some awards given this morning. It was just a really neat experience. But I just wanted to talk a little bit, though, about, in addition to the business end of why we're here, what's some of the fun stuff that you've been able to do here in Orlando?
So we went to Disney World on Friday, pretty much all day, and that was really fun to get to do that with my sister. And Saturday,
Your sister's here. I just want to say, you're
pointing
over this way.
My sister's here, by the way. She's in the background. I'm not pointing to my imaginary friend here. So not crazy. And then Saturday, I had the incredible opportunity to go to Regalia, meet with David and Carrie, who have been sponsors for so many years, and pick out my Miss Washington gown. I literally can't believe that happened. I never imagined it would happen as a local title holder. I had always hoped to meet them as Miss Washington, but this was just incredible. They were so knowledgeable with, what necklines would compliment me, what would compliment my shape. And I appreciate that as a fashion merchandising person, because I look into that stuff a lot. I research that type of thing. And they were just so incredible and funny, hilarious. You have to get to know them. They're just the best. And I was completely honored to work with them.
Yeah. And the wonderful thing about that is they make you feel so at ease.
They do.
And when you're gown shopping, really, in Western Washington, we're kind of limited, right?
We don't have many options.
And then on the eastern side of the state, we're even more
really
limited, right?
Yeah. I need to take this opportunity.
It's so
here.
cool to come and be able to actually try on really spectacular apparel and have someone with that knowledge and that expertise walk you through different options. And I'm sure you put on things that you were like, I would never. Like if because a lot of our shopping we do online. I mean, you matriculate naturally toward the things that you like, the color, the neckline, the beading or no beading, the material, the fabrics. And then when you get to Regalia and they have so many options and they start pulling stuff and saying, oh, this and this would be great. And you're thinking,
I know. And they didn't even ask for my size. They were just like, this is for you, and it would fit perfectly. I'm like, how do you know? Like, it was crazy.
And if not, they've got the big clips, right? Did they bring out the big clips and clip you into
huge clips? I was like, wow, I feel like Miss America right now. It's crazy.
An experience. It's an experience. I'm so glad you got to do it. I was able to accompany several Miss Washingtons to pick out their Miss America gowns with Regalia and David and Carrie, and love them. Just that really two absolute characters who so value the work that they do because they know the difference that their efforts make in terms of making our women feel absolutely stunning during that all-important phase of evening wear. And so and not only that, but they provide a million other cute things that you can purchase for visitation, after party, cocktail. They've got it all. They've got it all.
They literally have it all.
It's a great experience. Fun place to shop, right?
Yeah.
Which is, of course, one of the other benefits of being a pageant girl. When your closet looks like a small boutique. Yes. All right. So let's see. We talked about the teen pageant last night, talked about some of the fun stuff that you've done while you're here. One of the things that, I think after several years of being in the organization, you've seen different leadership at the national level, and you have weathered some of the changes, some of the variations that have come through, versions of what is the Miss America opportunity. And now this year the theme, bringing back the magic. Yes. Yay. And so what is your hope for Miss America and Miss America's teen for 2024? And as you consider being a brand ambassador for Miss Washington and then on to Miss America as a contestant this year, what is your hope for the future of the organization? What's your vision?
I think I really love that they've brought the glamour back and kind of that feeling of this is Miss America, this is traditional, this is iconic. Miss America, no matter what leadership or what changes they do, I think will always be iconic. People know the name. I really hope it does go back to being on TV, whether that be a streaming service, because I think it deserves that platform.
Yes.
And I just truly believe in the mission of Miss America. And when I age out, I'm going to be volunteering. Maybe I'll be a director someday. It's just literally all I talk about. And I pour so much of my energy into this program. And it's just insane that I'm here right now in Orlando and I'm about to see the new Miss America live in person.
Oh my goodness. I know. We were driving back from the breakfast over here to our hotel this afternoon, and it's rainy and it's gray outside. It's not what you would think, like for it's such an exciting day. It's like, we want to have some coffee and sit in our fuzz pants,
Seattle.
Right? Yeah, not really interested. This doesn't look like a pageant day to me.
Yeah.
But tonight, I mean, really, in just a few hours, we get to watch a new Miss America be selected. And I'm so excited for our Vanessa Munson, Miss Washington 2023, to see what happens for her tonight. Of course, by the time we share this video, we'll know what the outcome is. But the anticipation. So what are you hoping to learn from watching tonight?
Honestly, when they choose the top 10, sometimes I like to observe, okay, what is special about this girl? What does she do differently from the other? Because sometimes I feel like they choose certain girls that maybe not everybody picked, but then you think, but we don't see the interview. Maybe she carries herself a certain way that the judges really relate to. And so really just observing those qualities and also how they walk, how they present themselves on talent, all of the little details, just really taking that in and thinking maybe I could add some of that for my Miss Washington performance too.
Absolutely. I was really struck last night as I was sitting in the audience watching the teen competition, how fast 2 hours goes by.
Oh man, yeah. I was like, how is it almost over? Like, what?
It's so quick.
It's
And
crazy.
so to think that literally, like in the blink of an eye, a woman's life is changed forever. But as you watched last night and as you think about tonight, one will be selected, 50 will remain, not achieving that goal, not achieving that dream. And I know you've had disappointments in the
Definitely.
past. And so, what has your mindset been, or what would you say to the other 50 tonight if you had the opportunity to encourage them, knowing that there's only going to be one chosen? And the same is true at any potentially
pageant,
local, state competition. How do you handle the, it wasn't me? Where do you go with that mindset? What would you say?
I always come back to trust the timing of your life. Everything happens for a reason. If it's a girl's time, it's her time, and nothing will get in the way of that. If it's not your time to be Miss America or Miss Washington or Miss Tri-Cities, there's a reason for that, and there's something greater for your life plan. So even going into Miss Washington, I always, of course, hope to win, but I know in the back of my mind, I can only prepare as much as I can, and it's up to the judges at the end of the day. And if they feel that I'm the girl, then that's, my dream come true. But if they choose somebody else, I'm of course going to support her and cheer her on throughout her whole journey.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what I love about the sisterhood. And so that being the fifth point of the crown that we kind of keep inside the organization, right? Share with me a little bit about what that's been like for you, that sisterhood.
It's honestly been life-changing. Once I joined the Miss America program, I truly met the most incredible women I've ever encountered. Women that were so service-oriented, women that are kind and caring and truly want to see you succeed.
Yes.
I think there's a lot of stigma still around pageantry and talking about, catty women who, want to ruin your dress. But that doesn't happen in the Miss Washington program. I've never seen it happen. I've been in the program for almost 8 years, and these women are truly cheerleaders and hype women, and that's how it should be. This is women supporting women. That's what the Miss America organization is literally founded upon, and I hope that we can continue that energy.
Yes. So thinking about moving that energy forward, how are you leading in the things that you're doing right now as Miss Tri-Cities, knowing that we have other women who are going to be selected in our home state over the course of the next several months? We've got several more pageants happening. We've got Open Sweeper happening before Miss Washington. And so how are you being active in being a hype girl right now for your sister contestants?
I am all about being a hype woman. It doesn't matter if we're going to be competing in the same pageant. I wish the best for you. I wish the best for every girl, because that's how it should be. It should be a positive environment. I've even helped some women this year win their local in the Miss Washington program, and I feel so incredible about that because I helped somebody start their Miss America journey in the best state organization there is. So that's truly what it's all about, and the sisterhood just continues to grow, and I can't wait to be part of it for the rest of my life.
So I wanted to ask you about your TikTok because you've mentioned that you have a following that's national. So share with me a little bit about that, how you know that you've got gals from across the country looking at what you're doing, and if you've heard any feedback specifically about what you've put out there, how it's helped them.
Yes, so I actually do a little series called How to Prepare for Miss America Local. So I kind of gauge my audience towards women who are brand new to pageantry and who are interested in the Miss America program. And it started in 2022. I had a girl from Texas DM me. She'd never done pageants before, and she was like, hey, I came across your TikTok. I had no idea Miss America was a scholarship program. I really need scholarships. Can you please give me some tips on how to get started? I started sending her links to the local where she was at, and I sent her contact for the Miss America Texas Instagram page. I was literally breaking down every phase. This is what you need. These are colors that are going to look good on you. Literally kind of acting as a coach, but I'm a friend, I'm a mentor to her, and she ended up winning her local that year.
Congratulations.
So that was crazy. That was literally crazy. But it just made me feel so awesome because I helped her, change her life by stepping into this organization. And who knows if, she would have never seen my videos and she wouldn't maybe have known about the Miss America program and what it really is.
Right.
And that's one of my biggest goals, especially if I were to be crowned Miss Washington, is to erase that stigma around pageantry and help all women know that this program is for them, and really help them to see that Miss America has evolved and it's going to completely change and impact your life for the better.
Yes, it is. That's so true. And I just want to point out again this morning, the messaging that we're hearing from headquarters, CEO of Miss America, is they want to grow the program by three times the size that it is now.
Wow.
3 times bigger next year at this time. And so their words to us were, impact the lives of at least 3 others. So if you're a state director, impact the lives of your volunteers across your state. Get 3 more volunteers at the state level. Local directors, same message. For the contestants, invite 3 more sister contestants to come into the program who've maybe never experienced the organization before. And look at you. You're already doing it.
It's the funnest part.
Across
I love
the country,
it.
not even just in Tri-Cities or in Washington, but truly across the country. So Abby, good on you, girl. Good on you. That's awesome. I love that. Okay, so final question.
Okay.
Just want to know, do you have any favorites, right? Because I know we love our Miss Washington, but because we are connected as a sisterhood and as a pageant family across the country, we know some gals who compete not just in the state of Washington. Sometimes our sister contestants move to other states. But are there any other favorites that you have that you're kind of cheering on that you want to give a little shout out to?
Yes. Oh man, I have so many favorites that I'm cheering for. One is Miss Oregon. She is so personable, and I've talked to her a little bit online.
The year that I competed at Miss America, Miss Oregon won. So
I love that. She is just incredible. I just love her energy. She's very genuine. Another person that I really love watching on stage is Miss New York, Amelia. I loved her dance. Her fashion sense is so regal and bold and unique.
Yes.
I loved her interview dress. I thought it was absolutely perfect for her personal brand. And I love that. All the girls are killing it, and I am so excited for tonight.
Yep. And then we can't forget our own girl. What is the thing that you love most about our Vanessa?
Vanessa, she really stays true to herself. I love her gown choice. I thought it was the perfect gown for her. Very high fashion with the little cuff things that she has. I haven't seen that on the Miss America stage. So she might be the first to have that on stage for Miss America. And just the yellow really brings out her radiance, and
she's
radiant. Really awesome. I think she's going to do well.
Yes. You know, one of my favorite things about her is she has been so true to her own uniqueness and what she's brought with regard to her hearing impairment and the way that she's carried that torch for others who also struggle with hearing impairment, that they would really be seen and know that they are beautiful, that they are worthy, that they are valuable and valued. And I love that message that she carries forward. And I really hope that the judges get to hear about that tonight. Because as we had talked about earlier, there are some changes that have come about this year. And so when our top 11 are called out tonight, there is no composite score that's carrying forward. So the judges are starting with a completely blank slate with those 11 women. So truly, what they have to say on stage will matter so much, because that's the only time the judges will get to hear them speak. And I do hope that Vanessa gets the opportunity to share a little bit of her story and who she is, and her unique brand on that stage tonight. But tell me what you think about them not carrying. I know I said I was only going to ask you one more question, but I just want to know. I just want to know, because this is new this year. Yes. What do you think about the fact that they're not carrying a composite into the final scoring?
I have a lot of mixed emotions. I feel like it might help eliminate some biases that maybe a former panel might have had on certain girls.
Sure.
So it kind of helps all the girls have a fresh start, a clean slate. So I don't think I'm against it. I'm interested to see how it plays out tonight.
You know what? That is very much what Robin Fleming has said as well. That's really where she stands with it, and why she's asked to implement this change this year is because she really doesn't. She wants everybody, the whole 11, to have the same equal opportunity to present themselves on stage to a fresh panel of judges, with a clean slate and have no bias. So they're really competing truly in the moment. So I think it's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be a wild card.
Yeah, I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see.
Yeah.
Well, Abby, I've so enjoyed visiting with you. Thank you for taking the time to come on camera and talk about what it's like to be a local competitor, someone who's had several years of experience competing in the organization, well familiar with what it's all about, to come to the big show and really get to put eyes on the stage and see what the whole experience is like. I just love getting your reactions. And let's go walk. Go walk.
Go Washington.
All right.
Woo!
Thank you, Abby.
Thank you.